today's video. Today I am going to make a soap and it is called Rockin Hawaiian Passion Fruit. It has a blend of essential oils in it, which is bergamot. And so these are actually the colors that we're going to be working with. This is actually an Easter soap that I am going to come up with. And so we're going to use yellow here. We got some yellows. Of course, pink. White for the piping. Then a very pretty blue that we're going to use. And of course, purple. So these are the colors that we're going to start off with in our soap. And so let's get started. Alright, so I do have my oils and sodium hydroxide already blended together. And I always drain my sodium hydroxide because I don't like to see the little floaties on top of the water. Okay, so I'm gonna use my whisk here. Okay. I haven't added the fragrance in here just yet. Right now it's just the oils and the hydroxide. Let's go ahead and give it a light trace with the blender. Okay, there we go. All right, looking good. Okay, let's do some more pink, blue, purple. I think we have enough white there, so I don't really need. Let's put some more in here. What the heck? Okay. We mix the white last. That's yellow, pink. Let's do some more pink. Alright. Just got a little bit left. For green. Alright, so once I get my colors mixed up very well, then I'm going to add the fragrance. I have a new fragrance supplier, and so I really haven't yet tested how well their fragrances incorporates into the soap. So, and again, like I said, this is a custom blended fragrance that I came up with, so hopefully it smells really good after the soap has saponified. Alright, so let's get the colors mixed up. Okay, so with today's video, we're going to do a they call it column swirl, but I don't have columns, so I'm going to use Dixie cups instead to see if I can get the effect that I'm looking for. Alright, so what I would like to do from here is to go ahead and pour. Looks like my oils are setting up really fast and they don't even have any fragrance in it. But I think that's because I soaked at a lower temperature. That could be the cause of them setting up. So yeah, so it don't look like I'm gonna be able to do the column. Yeah, it's starting to set. So we better do this. Change of plans. Alright. So let's try this. I'm going to go ahead and put a little fragrance here. Here. I just hope it don't set up fast on me. There. I'm just going to evenly distribute it. Alright. And then we're going to blend it up really well. So it's just so iffy. See, it's not fluid enough. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's mix some yellow. Yeah, this looks like this is gonna be a mess. Well, if this doesn't turn out the way I want it, I can always spoon swirl it. Yeah, this is setting up. It's not fluid enough for me to work with it. Of course, it'll be some pretty nice color, very pretty colors once it's done. This will be some very pretty colors once I'm finished. Alright, let's do this. Let's take this out of here. Okay, so with the column swirl, what I'm noticing is you might not want to soap at low temperatures because it makes your soap also set up faster. So keeping it around 100 degrees, I think above 90 instead of room temperature, keeping it above 90 to 100 will probably get you the desired results. Beat that down, then add the rest of the fragrance there, the rest of the oils. Alright, so I'm going to try to put some sort of texture and it's just me playing with the soap. Okay, so at this stage, we're going to put some sort of mica on top. Let's see if I have some, let's do some pink mica. Let's see if I have any pink mica. This is actually glitter, but it looks like pink. Okay, so we're gonna cover that. My sister always tells me that when I make soap, I always overdo it, where it looks like it's just very busy. But I guess that's just the artist in me. Because or I should say that's the designer in me. Because I'm a web designer by my career by trade is a web designer, but my passion is making soaps and bath and body products. So she always tells me that I overdo it when I make soap, so I can't help it. It's just very pretty and it's so fun to play with that you just can't help it. I mean, that's why we artisans, because we like to be creative, and each and every one of us has our own uniqueness when we make our soaps. So these are actually some pretty embeds that I've bought. I can't remember where I picked them up at, probably Target. So these are some little Easter bunnies, and as you can see, I actually put some pink sequins on top of the Easter bunny faces, and then we're gonna have some little bubblegum embeds. And then I found these bubblegum eggs, which we're gonna use for the arm. So I don't know if the dye will rub off from the eggs into the soap, but we're gonna play with it and find out. So right now, while my soap is actually hardening on top, we want to work with the piping. Okay guys, while I was waiting for my piping to get ready, what happened was I had some little white soap shreds that I eventually placed on top of the soap, and I figured just adding a little sprinkles of the white soap shreds would work on top of that. So again, just being something creative. Nothing that, I mean, it wasn't planned. So okay, so now we're ready for the piping on top. One thing I have noticed when I make soap, each batch seems like the first time making it. So each batch is so different. It would be nice if the soap can be consistent, but sometimes it just don't behave like you want it to. One thing I'm finding out, you have a very good idea in mind what you want to do, and then when you go to do it, it never turns out the way you imagine it. I think next video when I make soap, well, next two videos, because the next soap I'm going to make is going to be a surprise, and hopefully it's very cute and playful. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but you guys just have to wait and see how what next soap that I'm going to come up with next. So as you can see, when I do the piping, I don't have a structured routine as far as putting the soap on top, the piping on top. It's not structured. Typically I just fill in spaces and hopefully it just works out. Because I see most soap makers, when they make soap, they always start in a pattern. I'm right-handed, so it's kind of hard to probably see what I'm doing, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So we want to Okay, so these pieces, if you failed to watch, if you missed the earlier making of my soap here when I first started off, these are actually bubblegum eggs that I'm using for embed. So if you buy my soap, please don't eat the bubblegum off the eggs, okay? It's best to, when you use the soap, just pull the little egg pieces off and throw them away. You don't want to eat the eggs. Don't eat the soap. Oh, this one has yellow, so we're not going to put the yellow pieces in here. Let me say these yellow pieces for later. I think it's beautiful the way it is. What do you guys think? And in the next video, you're going to see the unmolding of Rockin Hawaiian passion fruit Easter soap, or I should say bunny soap. So we're going to call it Rockin Hawaiian passion fruit bunny soap. And this is a soap that we have for Easter. So thank you for watching, and don't forget, take time out to pamper yourself. Bye bye now.